Get in, Mr. Mueller.
You're not taking me to see the president, are you? You know I can't.
What are you talking about? Our president would never stay in an overstated rip-off joint like this. Now, Mr. Mueller, go right through that door. Unimpeachables first.
Oh, hi, Bob. Come on in. Don't worry. I'm not going to fire you. I wanted to share something with you. That's $750 million, Bob. Huge bribe. There's never been a bigger one. I do the best bribes. Everyone says so. The best. Everyone says so. The best. Everybody says so.
Mr. President, you have the right to remain silent.
Pardon me?
I said you...
Well, I'm not talking to you. I tried to pardon myself.
It won't work.
Okay, new tack. You're a very upright guy. How would you like to be a judge? At the Miss Universe pageant. And if you want to see this year's girls, just go in the door that says don't go in.
All right, that's enough. I'm out of here.
Bob, wait! I didn't do anything! I just depended too much on people who do anything I say!
Criada, housekeeping.
Ay, Dios, what's this money doing here?
I don't see any money, and neither do you. Goodbye. I wasn't here.
Finally, Puerto Rico catches a break.
Yo, what is up? This is your boy iGuru. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you had great holidays. Today we're going to have a look at the old friend of mine, the IS Soviet Tier 7 heavy tank. And we're back on the grind with the IS, and here's the reason why. You are looking at the new Soviet tech tree that is going to be introduced in 9.22. There you see the IS is going to lead to the new Tier 8 ISM, and then the 705 and the 705A. All three are going to be rear turreted heavy tanks. And from the website, from the Armored Patrol, you can see the it's been released on Super Test, and you can have a look at the stats. I've checked it out, and it's legit. It looks like it's going to be a lot better than slightly better than the IS-3. Here's what it looks like. Tier 8 heavy tank ISM, rear turreted. It looks like it retains the IS kind of turret, but placed at the back. It has sloped armor in the front. The stats look like it's going to be slightly better than the IS-3, and I have plans to move my IS-3 crew into the ISM, so that's why I'm grinding the IS at the moment. So let's get back to the game and check it out. Right, let me set up the game for you. Let me explain. I have less than a one skill crew. I think they are all in 90 something percentage, and the equipment that I've got on this tank right now is gun lane drive, a rammer, and vents. Now the reason I have vents on it is because you can't mount a vertical stabilizer on this tank, which is why I have vents instead of that. There's nothing else to put on it except rammer, vents, and gun lane drive. Now this tank is one of the strongest tank in tier 7, apart from the T-29. I think only the T-29 is a slightly better tank. But before I get into the statistics of this tank, I'd like to point out that this is a low tier game for me. I am in a tier 9 game, and one of the rules of engagement that I have with this tank is I always spam the heat shells when I am bottom tier or lower tier. Now this game wouldn't be as good as a game as it would have been without that bad chat AP you see on to my left, hiding at the rock over there right in front of me. And without him I wouldn't have had a really good game as I did. One of the rules about this tank, the IS, is you never want to be alone in this tank. This tank is totally garbage alone. You can't do much. You need to be with friends, and that's because it has a very poor reload time, over 12.5 10.30 seconds reload time. And if you have a rammer, and maybe if you have better crew, you can get it down to below 10 seconds. Right now I have 10.38 seconds of reload time in the current spec that I have, which isn't too bad, to be honest with you, as long as I play a bit more conservatively. As you can see, I'm tempted to go forward, but it's not a good idea for me to do that because I would get chewed up by that E50 and Leo that is just to my right. Now this tank with AP shells, it does 175 penetration. Ooh, it's a good job that we managed to take down that Lorraine rushing across there, because we needed to protect that Batchat AP at all costs. So it's a good job that we were prepared for that. So with heat shells I get about 250 penetration, and one of the good things about this tank is the 390 alpha that you get from the boomstick, which is like a 70 more alpha than a T29. Now T29 tier 7 is superior in most every other way. That's because the reload time is a lot quicker, and it also has a lot better turret armor. This thing does not have very good armor anywhere at all. The turret can bounce a couple of shots once in a while, but that's about the extent that it can do. You'd be very fortunate if it did bounce anything off the turret. It does happen once in a while, but not often enough, to be honest with you. Even if when you're in top tier kind of formation or top tier matchmaking, you never want to be pushing out in front or by yourself. You always need to be, you need to have some support at the back, or you're rolling with a bunch of guys and you're like a wolf pack heavy tank, something like that, and that would work out well. Other than that, I don't see why this tank is weak in any other kind of way. As long as you're not alone, you're going to be fine. I see the opportunity here to move forward because the E50 could be a one-shot, potential one-shot, and this Leo is easy to take out for me. I've played about 250 games in this tank with a 59% win rate. I must say this tank is not as competitive as it used to be. The shell velocity is really slow. It's 800 meters per second on the AP shells, and very slow 640 with the heat shells. You feel like you're lobbing, like you're kicking a ball to the enemy tanks. The aim time is pretty slow as well, 2.84 seconds at currently, but I think the base aim time is about 3 seconds or something like that. It's not very good aim time at all, so you do need to take your time to aim to have that sure shot. That's why I say this tank is not really good when you're out there pushing on your own. It's not very effective. You really need to be having some support of some kind. Now speaking about the armor, the hull armor is like 90 millimeters in the front and in the side, and on the back is 60 millimeters. It's really nothing. Turret armor is 100 millimeters in the front, 90 on the side and 90 at the back, which is also really nothing, to be honest with you. Once in a while you will get some lucky bounces off the turret, but that's about it. Don't expect anything more. Any kind of side scraping bounces that you get out of it is just complete pure luck. Don't expect too much out of it. Now this game is already won, and largely due to that Batchat AP that was locking down that position on at the rocks, and the enemy team couldn't figure out a way to try to take him out, and our team did not push straight into the E50 and Leo that was waiting around the corner. If I did push forward, I believe I would have been killed possibly quite easily. Being patient in this tank and being bottom tier, you really do need to bide your time and search for the opportunities to get some damage. Right now I've only taken one hit, so actually I can push forward and take some damage and do some damage, but I think I might have been a little bit overcautious here. I could have just kept going forward and not stopped, because I still have a lot of HP to trade. I wouldn't need to be too careful with my approach here. And I've got the side of this Tiger P, which is like easy shot for me. 390 out of him, and then I'll get the finishing kill. GG. This tank is an awesome tank to grind. It's really easy to go through. All you need is about 85-90,000 XP, and so that you prepare for the ISM that's coming out. Here's the results. The Ace tank, and also I think I completed some mission. 3.5k damage does it for the Ace tanker, and that's really good job. Kudos to that bad chat that really held that position well and helped us win. Thanks for watching, man. I'll see you on the next video. IS, go grind it, man. Good luck.